swear I didn't mean for any of this to happen. I didn't know they were haunted. I just thought they were a steal. $50 for a pair of J's? How could I say no? They were perfect. Hard. Black and red leather with a shine look like they straight out the box. The guy who sold them to me looked sketchy, but I didn't ask any questions. I should have, though. Man, I should have. The moment I slipped them on, something felt off. It wasn't anything I can explain. They fit too perfectly, like they'd been made for me, molded to my feet. As I walked out the shop, I felt taller, stronger, invincible. Every step had this weird bounce to it. The shoes were guiding me instead of the other way around. The first couple of days were fine, better than fine. I felt unstoppable. People on the block noticed too. Yo, Mike, when do those come out? They'd ask, with their eyes wide with envy. I just smirked and kept walking. But then the nightmare started. The first one was vivid, too real to be just a dream. I was running down a dark alley, and the smell of garbage and blood was thick in the air. My legs moved on their own, faster and faster, until I caught up to someone. A man, a faceless man, begging for his life. I raised my foot and stomped down, again and again, until the begging stopped. When I woke up, my heart was racing. My sheets were soaked with sweat. But the worst part, my sneakers were by the bed, covered in dirt, something dark, something that looked like blood. I tried to tell myself it was just a coincidence. Maybe I stepped in something the day before and didn't notice. I cleaned them off and went about my day, but the feeling didn't go away. The next night, it happened again. This time, I wasn't dreaming. I was walking home from the corner store when a guy I recognized, D. He owed me some money. We had some beef before, but nothing too serious. Still, when I saw him, something inside me snapped. I didn't even think. My feet moved on their own, closing the distance between us before I realized what I was doing. Mike, chill, D yelled, backing up, his hands raised, but I didn't stop. My legs lunged forward and I shoved him hard against the wall. Where's my money? I snarled. I'll get it to you, I swear. He stammered, but it wasn't enough. My foot came up and I kicked him in the ribs. Once, twice, 3 times. He crumpled to the ground like a bitch, wheezing, and I just kept going. I couldn't stop. The shoes wouldn't let me. When it was all over, I stood there, panting, staring at Dee's lifeless body. My sneakers were splattered with blood, the soles leaving perfect red footprints on the pavement as I ran home. I tried to take them off that night. I yanked the laces, pulled until my fingers were raw, but they wouldn't budge. It was like they were fused to my skin. The voice started soon after. At first, it was a whisper, barely audible, but it grew louder every day. They deserved it, it hissed. Make them pay. I tried to resist. I really did. But every time I stepped outside, the shoes took over. They guided me to people I didn't even know I hated until the moment I saw them. A guy who cut me off in traffic, a neighbor who played his music too loud, Keisha who laughed at me in high school. Each time it was the same. My body wasn't mine anymore. The kicks drove me forward, turning me into a machine, a weapon. And then when it was all over, I wake up in my bed, my hands trembling, the shoes pristine again like nothing had happened. I stopped leaving the house hoping that it would stop. It didn't. The shoes didn't need me to go anywhere anymore. They'd take me out in the middle of the night, dragging me out into the city while I was half conscious, forcing me to do things I can't even repeat, things I didn't know I was capable of. And then, last night, they spoke clearly for the first time. You're not done, they said, the voice coming from deep inside my head. We've got one more name. I tried to fight them, but it was useless. My legs moved on their own, taking me out the apartment and into the cold night. The streets blurred as I ran, faster than I never thought possible, until I found myself outside a familiar door, my mama's house. I'm recording this now because I don't know what else to do. I've locked myself in her basement, the shoes still on my feet, the voice screaming in my ears. They want me to do it. They want me to hurt her, but I won't let them. I got this knife in my hand right now, not for her, but for me. If you find this voice memo in my phone, don't look for the shoes. Don't touch them. Don't even try them on. Burn them if you can. But don't let them find you, because once they do, you're theirs.